Hello, everyone. Now, this is what Deku will be looking like in this What If, not under all that armor. Oh, well, yeah. This is What If Deku was a warlock from Destiny 2, and I will have his whole armor and his guns. And some of his guns will be, more known than others, but another gun might not be as well known, or maybe just not as much used, or just one of those guns you just grab whenever you get it. Who knows? I just like the look of it, and yeah. Now, I know you're all going to comment in the chat saying, oh, you should give him this gun, you should give him this gun, you should give him this gun. Look, I understand that there's lots of guns. I have also played Destiny 2. I have the game, but I don't have it downloaded because I have lost interest in the game. But I still like the game. It's just, I didn't like paying for all those DLCs. That's really all, but And, yeah, I understand there's a lot of guns and armor and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, also, seeing Deku is going to be a warlock, what is he primarily going to use for his, warlock? Well, he's going to be using Void, the Void class. Now, he can use solar and electricity, he can, switch, obviously. And, yeah. But he prefers to use Void, and, obviously he's going to have the Nova Bomb. He's going to have Blink and a grenade. The grenade just shoots out a void. Like, think of a big void blast that goes everywhere. Kind of like if you saw the Nova Bomb go kaboom, but without all those miniature bombs come out of it. Yeah, think of that, just like a grenade size kind of kaboom, basically like that. Now, also, before I start this, what if I don't own any of these pictures? I don't own anything. I'm not related to, Disney or not Disney, Destiny 2 or Destiny or anything like that. I'm not in a league with them. I'm just doing the what if. I'm just saying that now before YouTube goes ham on me. And also, sorry if you hear anything in the background. If also you hear anything in the background, YouTube, I don't own it. It's just my dad working, I think. I don't know. Talking, I don't know. So, yeah. Oh, and another thing. I'm very sorry that I didn't upload yesterday. My voice was getting very tired, and I didn't, want to lose my voice and, lose several days of uploading, and, seeing I'm very close to getting 1,000, and, yeah. I'd rather just rest my voice for a day and then, be able to upload more than just me non-stop using my voice and just more or less losing it for like a week. Then I can't upload for a week. I'd rather lose it for not speak as much for a day and than a week. My opinion. I don't know if you guys have a different opinion, though. Majority of you people would probably say a day than a week. So yeah. And yeah, now how is Deku going to become a warlock? Well, Deku is not born, or he's born in the Destiny 2 world. And, yeah, now, I'm in Destiny 2, and in Destiny, obviously, but you can, use space, or in the cutscenes at least, you can see how spaceships can shoot, more or less, Star Wars, they can shoot at each other, basically. Not like laser, I don't think laser beams, but you get the gist. Now, Deku, in his armor would be flying beside a certain other famous ship with an ace on its side. Cade's ship. Now, I know in Destiny Forsaken, Cade did die. And he was my favorite character, and, yeah. Rep in chat for Cade. 5 seconds memorial. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there, done. Sorry, that was fast. Whatever. And yeah, now Tag would probably be using this armor. Now, I do not believe this armor is in Destiny 2, but I actually like the concept of this design. And yeah. Now, Destiny, or Deku, I should say, not Destiny. Now Deku, his name is still Izuku. That's the only thing he remembers. It's just his name, Izuku. He doesn't know about the whole Izuku Midoriya, and yeah. Now, for all you wondering, Inko did raise Deku. And, yeah. Now, in, but they are, think of it like MHA and Destiny are in two separate universes. So, yeah. Now, in this, Izuku would, have finished a fight against a, fallen ship with Cade. Cade 6. I forget his number. It's Cade. I'll just say Cade. And yeah, now Izuku would have not been damaged nor Cade because They're both very expert fighters, even if they're a warlock and a hunter. They both know how to use their ships quite well, and Cage just remarks, stating that you should be. If only you were a hunter, you will fit the part so good. You don't seem like the type of being a warlock. Izuku staying on the comms, obviously, because they can't talk through space, because, well, you can't hear say anything in space. Just stating that, yeah, if only. Though, just saying that. Want to get drinks after this? Cade, well, remarking saying, sure. I'll get my usual oil and you get your whiskey. Izuku just chuckling saying, yeah. And, well, they would go off. Now, well, a fallen ship, also, they know each other quite well, and yeah. Now, Izuku would obviously starting to go into, well, the whole hyperspace kind of themed, how Destiny ships do travel the world through the whole loading screen when you go to another world. And, well, yeah. Now, Izuku would have not realized this, but reinforcements came in. Now, this ship would have been quite big. Now, I do have a fallen ship. Now, it doesn't have any fighters out yet, and, well, when they do start, and Deku's in his more or less prep stage for his more or less jumping, I'll just say jumping, preparing for hyperspace. No connection to Star Wars at all. I don't own anything and I'm not connected anyway. And, alright, back to the story. Now, Izuku would have, well, obviously, like I was saying, preparing for hyperspace. I don't know what, I don't know what they call it in Destiny, but I'll just say hyperspace. Seeing we all know what hyperspace is, and it's quite easy to understand. It's because Star Wars. And, well, when Izuku was about to, well, go into it, like, he was, like, it was warming up, and then he was going to jump. Now, Izuku would have, well, jumped. And, well, what do you think he didn't account for? Was getting shot his engines. Now, he would have gone erratic in when he went to space. To all his space. The space, not space drive. The, now I just forgot the name. Oh, in hyperspace. He would have gone launched to the side of hyperspace. Now, Cade would have sent Izuku on the comms. Deku, well, and getting knocked out. He's not hurt. He just, well, big bang, and him not having his helmet on. And, well, got hit first into the console. Now, the console is not damaged. It's kind of like you could just see a like dent in it because of Izuku's face. But, yeah. Now, Izuku's ghost. What ghost should I... What is his ghost name? Oh, and if you're wondering what ghost it is, I'll get a picture to next time, but I'll just say it's like the regular standard ghost, just with a green, like a metallic green accent. Or with metallic, it's like a green, camel green, basically. With several scars, like not scars, but like scratches over it. Because this ghost has been through a lot. And yeah. And so is Izuku. And, well, also, if you're wondering why Izuku has all those scars, well, when he died, well, he doesn't know this, but he was a soldier for the government from, well, the past, when they're in the golden era. And Izuku would have been a prominent, well, fighter. He was in the Black Ops unit, you could say, and, well, that gave him a lot of scars. So, yeah, now, yeah. And, well, yeah, that's why he has so many scars. And, well, Cade does wonder, he also do skip to something about Cade now. When Cade was with them at a bar one time, Izuku drinking, him eating, or him just drinking oil for some reason. Well, kind of, I don't see how Cade would eat food or whiskey. So, yeah. But they would be drinking, and, well, Cade had his whole, well, I'll just say Cade can't get drunk just for the fun of it. Because Cade, come on. The jokester, Cade. The one that makes us all laugh with his terrible jokes sometimes. Come on. So yeah, they would be drinking, and Katie would always bring up the comment saying, why does he have so many scars? Now, Izuku would be more or less wearing what he is in this picture, because why, plot. And Izuku would have just looked down at, well, his scars, and just state that, I don't know, maybe I was some sort of fighter back in my old life. With this ghost saying, with his ghost more or less just stating that maybe, and well, what's Cade's ghost? Was it not? Was it Sagira? No, that's Cyrus's ghost. Um, hmm. I forget. I think it was mentioned in the game like one or two times, but I don't know. I would have to look over it again. But I'm really only using her. I think I know it's a she, but yeah. But they would the two ghosts would have been talking, but they would have gone back to Izuku's and Deku's conversation. Them just trying to think of what Deku did in his past life. Them just making more or less hypothetical guesses, but yeah. But Cade was actually the most accurate, saying he was probably in some sort of military group, some government hush hush stuff. Izuku, well, prominently stating that maybe, maybe not, who knows? Who knows? I might have just been him stating that a fighter back in the day, or who knows? And Kay would have just accepted that answer, saying who knows? And though they didn't know he was some sort of fighter, because well, when Deku was born or reborn, you could say, or revived, or however the ghosts you like to put it when they revive their host. Well, let's just say he was a Black Ops fighter right off the bat. So I feel bad for the fallen that faced him, or where would he like reborn at? I'll just he was reborn on Earth in the Dead Zone, and yeah, so yeah, and he was in him. Oh, that would be good. Like my own little plot for how the Dead Zone got so like how the Dead Zone got so badly injured, or how it got so like damaged. Because that looks like it's been there for like a long, long, long time. Like even before, well, like that looks like something from the past. So I could say that Deku was in Dead Zone and when he was alive before it, and well, he was doing a government taking a I'll just say a government official through the city. And by the looks of the Dead Zone, you know that would go quite severely in Deku dying on that mission, though letting well, the whole person getting him out of there and Deku holding everyone off. So Asad would have stayed alive, so government official, but Asad they call it in the military, I believe. So, yeah. Now, Izuku would have, now we skip back to Izuku. Well, waking up and to being somewhere he does not know, and, when he comes to, his ghost saying, thank God you're alive, or thank God you're awake. He wouldn't say thank God you're alive, because he could literally just revive himself, yeah. And thank God you're awake, and, Izuku just asks what happened and where are we? The ghost saying that I think some reinforcements came out of nowhere, and when you went to hyperspace, you got shot down. Where we are, proceeding to look slightly out the cockpit because they kind of have like a window there, just stating that he has no idea or no idea where they are and what planet they are on. Though from the looks of it, it's maybe somewhere in the EDZ or Earth. Izuku, probably knowing Guardian code, contact other Guardians when not knowing where you are. Now, I don't know the actual code, but, that would make sense seeing they're kind of, stranded, so it would make sense to call for help. They do, and all they get is static. Like not, like when you would go to it, like, when you hear a TV, and it's just like, or something like that. You would just hear static on the line, and Izuku looking at his ghost saying, oh god, we're screwed. And his ghost has a sense of humor in this. A terrible one, but a sense of humor nonetheless. Him just stating that, oh, come on, you can't be giving up that bad. You're still a spring chicken. Izuku face palming, stating that you're terrible at jokes. The ghost chuckling, just saying, I do try sometimes. Yeah, their ghost is gonna get a lot of, jokes in this. They might just be stupid and terrible and not make any sense, but I don't care. I'm gonna make him tell jokes. So yeah. Also, I should explain something with Izuku. Now, I'll just say this everyone is able to do this with their whole armor. They can if you ever seen Destiny, how you can take off your helmet and it just disappears and you don't have it in your whole, it doesn't. It's not like you're holding it like in Destiny when you go to like a tower. You can just take it off. I'll just say he can also do that with his armor. Now, under his armor, he has this basically. He's wearing this. And yeah. Now, well, Izuku would have gone out holding, well, proceeding to ask what's the ship's damage, and proceeding to kick out a window, or the cockpit's window. The ghost sadly saying that, I don't think we're gonna get out of here anytime soon. Izuku, well, trying to kick it, and starting to get pissed, just proceeds to shoot the window several times with a pistol. This pistol, well, being this, the last word. Him more or less shooting out the whole corners of it and the window so it can more or less crack open. It more or less, well, flying off to the side because Deku was, well, letting off some pent up, well, anger because, well, the situation is not the most ideal. And yeah. Izuku, well, getting off, saying, I'm pissed. The ghost stating that, calm down, Guardian. Or calm down. Yeah, I'll just say he calls him Izuku because, well, everyone knows him as Izuku. And them just saying that, calm down, Izuku. We'll get, well, home somehow. Looking around to see a dead, or not dead, like a forest, a thick forest. Now, I will explain what other weapons Izuku has. Now, he would have this as an SMG. I don't know the name of it, but I know I've used this before in Destiny, but I forget the name of it. But yeah, and he has a sniper named the Whisper of the Worm. Now, I'll just say either the worm, or the Whisper, or the Whisper of the Worm. I don't know, but yeah, he would have this. Now, okay, I do need to explain some things. Now, I do understand now, guns have in Destiny perks. Now, like the Whisper Worm. I know when you get a headshot, it kind of more or less refills or when you get the whole 3 headshots in a row and you kind of just refill your ammo. It does not have that, because I don't see why I would have that in a real world situation, because we're in Destiny, it's obviously a game, but yeah. Because, well, when you think about it, he would have to kill 3 people to get a reloaded gun. And this is a hero what if, so yeah. Also, you must be also asking yourself, where did Izuku land? I'll just state it's in a random forest by Japan. Also, something with, I'll just add into Guardians with their ghosts. They can think of it more or less if you ever, how, you know how, like, the disciples could, like, hear any language and understand it, but also speak to any other language and they would understand it. So, yeah. It's kind of like that Izuku can have that. So, he would speak, like, English, like we all know in, like, Destiny 2 and Destiny. But they would, like, Japanese people would be hearing, obviously, Japanese. Well, when they speak Japanese, Izuku would hear English, more or less. So, yeah. Also, while I'm saying this, I'm also thinking about the ships, though. I'm probably going to, well, a changed female ship, like someone that is like, was a boy now turned into female now. This person would not be in class 1A. It would be a actual already pro hero. Also, what age is Zuku? 23 years old. So, YouTube. He's not 16, so it's not like he can, well, he can date anyone that's, well, now. He can date basically any age, but, well, obviously it's weird to go over a certain amount. But, yeah. You know what? No, screw it. He's 27. And so, yeah. Now, Izuku would, well, proceed to look at a ship, trying to recover anything that's viable. Him more or less scavenging for a, well, a more or less a navigation device so he can scan an area. And a more or less kind of like, when I mean navigation device, I mean like if you ever seen on like how Destiny maps, like in the game where it shows you like where enemies are, or like in COD where it kind of like on the map it kind of shows you where enemies are when they shoot, or like it gives that like kind of bar around it where like if you hear sounds like around you, it's basically that but like a circle version of it. So yeah, and it's more or less in this top corner, and this does limited. It's in a 5 meter radius, so it's not gonna be one of those overpowered radars. So yeah, and this will not be enhanced. Why? Well, Destiny 2, well, is very more or less more high tech from MHA, no matter how you split it. They have literally spaceships. They have guns that, well, shoot lasers. They have armor that probably protects you better than others. Other, well, armors like Edis, or maybe, I don't know who else. Maybe like Izuku's, how kind of like he has that armor on his legs. That would be more best. Now, I should also explain, he will not be getting one for all. Saying that now. Who will be getting one for all? I'll just say Bakugo does. Also, this is going to be a college UA, so yeah. Because I always like to do colleges, I really don't like how they're turning young kids, like 14 to 13 kids, to go out in the world taking villains down. They're older than them, that could probably kill them. Yeah, I don't like having them, like, yeah, because that has happened before. Like with one of Asawa's friends, that more or less died in when they were literally in training, like when they're at MHA or the whole UA, they're in training. Yeah, one of them died. I won't say his name. I actually don't know his name, but yeah, there is a comic for that. So if you want to watch, go look at the comic. Yeah, go look at it. I don't care, but yeah. So also, I'm very sorry if I'm being non-careless. I'm just slightly tired now because I did go outside and shovel snow because I had to shovel snow today, and I had an exhausting day of school. So also, I'm not saying what my school name is because I don't want to get told, oh, you can't say this and that. So yeah, just exhausting day at school. People, am I right? No offense to anyone that has certain difficulties. I'm just saying it's a little exhausting. So yeah, and yeah. Now, Izuku would have, well, proceed to go off and more or less have his last word in more or less a kind of the last word more or less in his on his side in a holster, and well, his helmet in his other hand, him more or less walking through the woods, and he does Nico's just remarks saying it's quite peaceful in here. Izuku looking around, just seeing how like peaceful it is, and you can just hear the running water of a stream, just saying, yeah, it is. Izuku going to the water stream, proceeding to drink it. Now this would be clean water, so it's not salty water, so yeah. And yeah, Izuku would, well, go off and, well, proceed to go through the forest, eventually getting out of it 2 days later, because I'll just say he killed an animal on the or on, because that was, he crashed, I'll just say he crash landed in the morning, so around noon, or around like 5 p.m., he killed a deer, so he cooked the meat and had it, so he had enough food for like the next day. And when he more or less got out of there, he more just dropped his gear that he used. Also, I'll just say he had a knife on him, kind of like a standardized survival tool. Because when you think about it, it's like you don't know where kind of like hunters, titans, and warlocks go, and where so that you don't know the conditions. So I think they would all have like some sort of survival weapons and stuff like that. Because I know they have guns and that, but yeah. So yeah. So yeah. I just said it is the same thing 3 times. Damn it. I need to get out of that habit. Sorry, everyone, that you just heard me say so yeah 3 times. Actually, 4 times now. But, anyways, Deku would have, well, looked at the, well, buildings and the taller buildings that, well, he's curious about, and he doesn't see any walls because, well, you have the tower and then you have the walls around the whole city area. So, yeah. Yeah. And, well, Izuku would probably go in. Some people think he's a hero, other people think he's a villain, and, well, a female person with red wings. Yes, that's the ship, female hawks. I don't care. You can do whatever you want in the comments. I don't care. Would well, see the person coming through the streets, talking to a, well, floating green thing that has a blue light in it. Hawks more or less just tailing him, not revealing where, or she's not. I'll just say her name's Hawks still in the old hero books. I don't know. I'll just say Hawks. But she's a female in this, so yeah. Also, I think she's like around in her like maybe like 20s to 30s, like 30s. I'll just say she's 28, so and Deku's 27, so yeah, it's completely fine if they dated, which they will be. And yeah, now, well, Deku, well, knowing someone's or someone, knowing when he is getting tailed because, well, he has faced Fallen before, and those buggers are sneaky little bastards. They can scare, if you're not, well, knowing where they are, they can literally scare the shit out of you. And I think I'm one to, well, know that. So, yeah. So Deku wouldn't know when he's getting tailed. Izuku, well, not per se looking around. Knowing he's getting fall, he more or less keeps walking, looking at alleyways, waiting for one that has a dead end. Izuku going through it, with Hawks, well, keep following him on a roof, or flying in the air, just, yeah. But then landing on a roof. Now seeing Izuku does have Blink, seeing it is a void ability, he would void under a, I'll just say there is more or less a door there, where like a, I don't know, some random place in there. Now, I'll just say Izuku's, what's, no, it's good. Izuku's just wide in the open, and he just says so, just says this, whoever you are, do come out, I will. Or, you know what, come out or else I will take you as a threat and you might just get hurt. Hawks, obviously not wanting to get hurt or just wanting to, well, know what's going on. Hawks would previously, well, obviously land and, well, proceeds to, well, ask for Izuku to state his name, hence saying Izuku. Obviously asking what's his last name, and Izuku saying he doesn't got one. Or, you know, he's saying he doesn't remember it, saying when he ever, well, was reborn. Hawks stating that, what do you mean reborn? Izuku saying, oh, that's what happened. I probably went to another somewhat dimension or some crap like that. It is another dimension, but he doesn't know that. He's just thinking that's another dimension. Hawks starting to raise a, well, feather blade, because you can see Hawks using like kind of like a sword, kind of using out of his like sword out of his whole bird wings, and does proceed to ask him more and more questions, getting more demanding now. This is a female Hawks, and Izuku's not wearing a mask, so he's more or less having this face. Just I know this face kind of looks like non-emotionless, but just imagining him talking. So yeah, and Izuku proceeding to try to ask or answering, but also asking his own questions with Hawks, not answering them, stating that he, and well, she finds out that Izuku's a, well, I'll tell you what all she found out. Izuku's a guardian. He's, well, he doesn't know where he is, nor what the whole wing things on, well, Hawks' back, so he doesn't know at all what quirks are. And he's also saying things that aren't, well, around Japan, like things that aren't, well, that aren't, well, prominent in the MCU universe, like other Guardians, Fallen, Hive, all that shebang. And, well, Izuku proceeds to, I'll just say there's kind of like a garbage bin, seeing this is a alleyway, proceeds to jump on it, and just sighing, just saying so. Who are you? Hawks, well, proceeding to say I'm, well, Hawks, the pro hero. Him saying pro hero. Her just stating that you're not from around here, right? Him saying, oh no. My ship got crash landed, and when I did go through I'll just say hyperspace. Her asking what hyperspace is, him saying it's kind of like him proceeding to point out some garbage on the floor, stating that if I had a ship that was on that planet, think of it like a booster to get me through. It's more or less a speeder. It just beats me up to get at a certain place, basically. And we just call it hyperspace. And, well, Hawk's just more or less getting understanding the whole, well, hyperspace. And so, how would you get here? Him just saying that all he remembers before he got crash landed was he was dealing with some hive, and proceeding to explain what he was doing with his, well, him just saying I had a partner, or I was paired up with one of my buddies named Cade. He was an EXO. well, her proceeding to ask what's next, so him saying, think of it as a android, like a robotic person. With, well, and yeah. With this ghost more or less just, well, filling in any of the gaps that Izuku does not well explain. Hawks proceeding to say that he should probably go to or follow her and they'll get this whole thing sorted out, saying they have a government in this whole thing and it would be best. Also saying that you should put your guns away. Izuku saying that I can't do this. Him more or less grabbing the last word and more as looking like it kind of like disappeared with a white, well, like a white fading away. Hawks asking what is that. Him stating that with Guardians they can have more or less 3 weapons. Him, well, bringing out the last word again, saying this is you could say, primary. Him bringing out his SMG, saying secondary, and, well, bringing out his sniper, thirdary. Now, she would have been, well, wondering, why does it look like this? Him saying that there's something named, I think their name's Taken, if I remember correctly, Taken. And this is something from there that I won in a competition. Now, there are several, and he does explain that. I'll just say, like, there's lots of Guardians in Destiny. Like, we all play Destiny, and there's a lot of these. So him just saying he won this I'll just say, out of him saying he did a quest he'll say he did the quest for it, and does explain how he got it, and yeah. Now she would have, well, do ask what, but, well, she does say that's how you got it, but why does it look low with that whole dark and whitish themed? Him saying that what the Taken are, and does think that this might be a weapon that was used in the past, that got, the Taken used it, and kind of more or less tinted it to more like a dark and light themed. Now, she would have asked if that's, safe to use. Him saying that it's actually safe, though sighing, saying I'm not allowed to kill anything, I'm guessing. Her simply saying, no, and wait, you kill? Him saying that, yes, there, and does explain the whole factions of Taken, Awaken, and all that. Or, if he didn't explain that before. And he does explain that some of his guns do have some bonuses. Like this, if he gets 3 headshots, he can more or less get, it has 3 shots and it can more or less, not need to reload. Her saying that's quite handy, but no. Now Izuku with Sai, and yeah. Now, I'll just say for the fun of it, Izuku can have unlimited, bullets. Because I don't see why, I'll just say he can, just because I really don't think that they would have, for the SMG, they would not have this kind of, I know they have some sort of, this kind of drum, for a different gun, but this gun shoots like lasers, so I don't see them having that. This might be different, seeing it does have 6 shots. And I don't know the full aspects of the last word, but I know it's a revolver, and in a magazine it always has 6 shots, and yeah, because I don't see it giving it more or less a 10 round magazine. I'll just say it has 6 shots, so it has 6 bullets in it. And yeah, with this, it's also just sniper. I understand these are all this actually has sniper bullets, but it shoots out like a laser, I think, or some sort of blast. So yeah, but yeah, now, if you're only gonna add me in the comments, do it, so I don't really care. And, now Izuku, what on the way? I'll just say UA, also UA has started for the 1 week, and, everyone hasn't done the whole heroes versus villains test. Also, or I'll just say they have, but the old USJ event has not happened. Hawks, going in, and people do ask what's with the whole, guy in the black armor and black helmet on the side. She just explains that looks to Deku. Obviously, I'm just saying Deku because we all know who Deku is. It's just saying that finishing that we're saying that he's not from around here, and and then do ask him what do you mean. Him saying he's from somewhere that you would never expect. Now, I'll just say Midnight's asking this and she just asks where, from another dimension or something. And Deku, saying just yes. She, not mouths her, she's just run that by me again. Him saying that again. I'm from another universe and I kinda crash landed here. Her saying, you're not bullshitting me, right? Him saying, I'm not bullshitting you. Her saying that, oh, I need more, I don't get paid enough. With Aizawa being right behind her, saying, you're saying that, I'm the one should be saying that. You have it easy. You get to have all your beauty sleep, as you like to call it. Midnight saying, I'm a woman, I'm allowed to. Him saying, yes, you're a woman. Now, that's not meant to be, commenting, insulting any women. I'm just saying that for kind of fun and jokes. Because I do need to watch my ass whenever I do make a female joke that can be assaulting to a female. Yep, I've had several of my friends that are female from my old grade school, from when I was not in high school. Oh, they rocked me so bad. All my other friends, all my guy friends would have laughed at me. Lovely memories. So yeah, now Izuku, would have told him out he's a foreigner and doesn't explain the whole fall and all that because he has to go. So yeah, but he does explain that it's another dimension, and does probably say he's a guardian, a protector, you could say. And knowing saying he's a protector of people, Midnight not wanting, obviously not talking because he's somewhat of a protector and a guardian. So yeah. So she's like, all right, you're cool with me. I was all just saying that you're fine with me, but if you do anything, Izuku's saying, I know I have to earn trust, and yeah, the whole shebang. And him saying, you're smart. Izuku saying, well, I am a warlock. And him asking what's a warlock. Izuku's Hawk saying that's enough questioning, and Izuku, waving them off, saying he'll explain everything later if your principal does not explain. Aizawa, understanding the answer, and just says, alright, whatever. And, I'll just skip the whole long explanation of Nezu asking several questions about Deku. And he does say that you are a guardian that protects people, yes. Izuku saying yes. Him saying, and you do have training that can be used to protect people, yes. Izuku saying, you want me to join you people? Him saying yes, and from the looks of what you said, your ship can't leave or anything like that. Izuku saying yes, and, so you were saying you want me to become a hero and to protect people? Him saying yes, it's basically what you were doing before, just without the whole Izuku finishing that sentence, saying, that killing. Him saying yes, though I won't put you away, or I do understand that your whole society was, in the whole factions of Fallen and all Extra Bank, was more or less they are greedy or the Fallen and all that. Oops, sorry. I almost stopped the recording. And, Izuku just says, so what do I get? Him saying that a place to stay, running water, food, the whole shebang like that. And Izuku just says, alright. And he does ask, so I do understand you have some sort of currency. Him having some money on him, saying, and bringing out, would this be used? Him looking down at the whole silver as money, because I know that silver is used as kind of like a more or less money in Destiny, but you have to pay for it with real life money. But I'll just say he has some. Seeing this is because that Destiny and where he comes from is more or less actual Destiny, if you weren't playing as a game. So yeah. And him looking at asking if that's silver, Izuku saying yes. Him just saying that you could probably sell that for money, but we'll give you some of allowance for a little while until you can get somewhat of a job. And Izuku just say, alright. Yeah, now, he would gone off with Nezu asking Hawks to stay, the female version. Him just asking Hawks to keep an eye on him, and Hawks agreeing. And yeah. Now, she would come out with Aizawa, and him talking with Izuku, explaining, also, he gave the whole explanation of what a guardian is, and there's different classes, and they all have different abilities, so yeah. And Aizawa just saying, so you can basically become a angel with a fire sword. Izuku saying yes. Him saying, an electric thing that shoots out lightning. Him saying yes. And you can basically shoot a big ass bomb that can turn into several other bombs that explode. Izuku saying again, yes. And they all have different abilities, saying that I'm more in use with Void, and it allows him to use Blink. Him asking what Blink is, and him just saying, think of it more as like a short teleportation. With him just going, well, they're in a silly hallway, so he just more or less uses it. And yeah, him just walking back over, and yeah, and just saying that he can also use other things, more or less kind of like a jump boost, and just explain the whole him having several bombs, but he doesn't throw them because, well, that's kind of like, why would he throw a bomb in school? So yeah, and just explain the whole classes and that to Night Eye, or not Night Eye, I'm stupid, to Eraserhead or Aizawa. So yeah, with Aizawa just saying alright, and Izuku just asked finally, so what's your name? I've just been calling you Eraserhead. Him stating it's Shoto Aizawa and just call me Aizawa. Him saying alright, but why don't I call you Shoto? Isn't that your first name? And one long explanation later with Izuku understanding the whole Japanese thing of first name and second names, him just saying thank you for that, thanks for that. Aizawa understanding he didn't know this before, and just said it's fine, and yeah. Just wish him luck, and yeah. Now, Izuku, well, would later, well, go to a certain, somewhat changing room, and more or less be wandering around UA, getting some lunch, because I'll just say it was lunch area when Hawks found him. Or no, I'll just say it's kind of like they were at like 3 p.m. Deku and eat lunch, so Izuku more or less went out to get lunch. Or he went to an auction, not an auction, like one of those people that sell silver or buy silver for money, and he would give him that. And yeah, so he would basically sell all of his silver away to give money. Now, how much money would he get? That silver is quite a big penny. I'll say I don't know like the currency. I think it's like I is it pounds? No, it's not pounds in Japanese. I think it's yen. 1,000. Yeah, I'll say because I don't know like transfer like if you turn like Canadian or American to yen. I don't know that. So I'll just say he gets about he has about 100 silver. So I'll just say he got $100,000. Could each one of those was worth 1,000, which would I think that would make sense to me because like those do look like a nice chunk of silver. So yeah. And Izuku would come out of there and go to a restaurant. Now Izuku at that time would more or less look like this. He would go to a restaurant, ordering some a Wagyu steak and some other Japanese food. The only real or some Japanese Wagyu with some sushi. Him liking Wagyu. Now, if you don't know what Wagyu is, think of it as the holy grail of all meats. Now, I know, and it's only found in Japan, or it's you could probably find it if you really looked for it in other countries, but it's more prominently found in Japan, or in the whole either Japan or China country or states, and I don't know how I think they're states, so yeah, and yeah, I think it's more or less found in China and Japan, and it's more or less you feeding cows a certain way, and it makes the meat in the cow very like a good marble. It's probably one of the best marbles out of it, and it goes from like different like A. It goes like from A to C and then 5 to 1 for different like I think it's like A depends on the quality of the meat, and the 1 to 5 is the quality of how much the marble is. So yeah, it has a rating. And then you just have Kobe, like it's the best, like Kobe Wagyu, I think its name is. So yeah. Also, sorry if I'm giving you like a food lesson. I'm just saying that because I've had it one time and it's like the holy grail. So yeah, he is also for the sushi. He likes it. It's just he prefers Wagyu obviously because Wagyu's best. But yeah, he does like the whole sushi, and another female that's come in wearing a more or less more not a hero. It's I'll just say Hawks, but more or less in a I'll just say she's still on duty, so she just come in. sees Deku eating a sushi and him also failing miserably with the chopsticks. Her giggling, just stating that you're not too good with chopsticks. Him saying, sorry, just kind of, her saying, I understand you were from another place, so yeah. Izuku saying thanks, and she just asks, or she just offered to show him accepting it, and she does show him the proper way, and he does, use it, and yeah. With the sushi chef looking over Hawks in a thankful thing. He understood that Dagger was more or less like a foreigner, because, he looked more in this picture, no offense to racism, he looked more like his whole facial features and his body mass more looked like a American slash Canadian, how he looked like, because if you do compare, no offense, this is not being a racist comment. I understand I might get buried in the whole comment sections, but this is just me explaining, like, my own opinion. If you were to put a Chinese or a Japanese person against American would have more different features of a face than a Japanese. That's just me, like, my own opinion. So yeah, he would look more of a American looking face and a body kind of looking and a body. So yeah. And so yeah. And yeah. And Hawks would just nod at the guy. And yeah, now also she does explain that she's more or less what she has to watch him, and yeah. But also saying that, the dorms are in UA at this moment because the old USJ event has not happened. So, because I don't see any point in them having dorms. Her saying that he'll be staying at her place. Izuku asking him if that's fine. I'm sorry, he can obviously get a new place. Her saying that you don't have any money. Izuku saying, actually, I have 100k. Her saying, how the hell did you get 100k? Him bringing out some of the money out of it. I'll just say kind of like a slight bag, stating that, do you remember how I had silver or some other currency from my other world? Her saying, yeah. Him saying that was silver and he kind of, just sold it. Her understanding the whole how you can sell gold and all that, because who wouldn't? Maybe young kids, but I don't know. But yeah, so she's like, oh, that would make sense. So yeah. And he does offer to pay rent, and she denies it, saying that it's fine and I am here to watch over you. So yeah. Now Izuku would have walked around the whole area with Hawks, him finishing his food off, saying thanks for the meal. Also, hearing that from Aizawa, because he more or less got a big culture. Some of the culture of the old, Japan and Japan's culture. So when you finish a meal, or more or less start a meal, it's like, thank you for the food, or thanks for the food, and thanks for the food afterwards. I don't know how you would I think that's it. Sorry for your Japanese in this and watching me. I'm terrible at the old Japanese traditions. I think I know some things, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Now, Izuku would ask if he could join her, and she would have not denied it, saying it would be nice to have company. So while she's more or less flying around, or while she's just, flying or something like that around, Izuku's more or less parkouring around walls and stuff like that. She wouldn't know the whole warlock hunters, and she does ask how is he so maneuverable. Him more or less saying that he has a good maneuverability for him, saying his strength and intellect are pretty good. Now, she would ask, obviously, saying that I think I overheard something about other things, other people with different looking armor and stuff. Him giving her the whole tutorial of what a titan, hunter, and warlock is. And her looking down at him again, saying you're a warlock, basically. Him saying yes, then proceeding to blink and go across across a building with a gap in it. And then she would have looked at the time, realizing it is around, it was 12:05 before. I'll say her shift ends around, Kazeku went to Nezu around 5. That took about 40 minutes. And then he went off to Cell. That took another 20, so that would have been 6. And then he ate something which probably would take 30, so it's like 6:30, and then I'll just say they were there for another hour and a half. So around 8 to 7:30, around there, basically, yep, 8:30. And she would look at the time, saying she's gonna be off. She just has to go to her intern or their whole agency and take her gear off, and then she'll come out. Izuku just saying okay, and I'll wait for you outside. They're talking out loud, though there are voices that are slightly raised. Well, yeah, or Izuku's voice is slightly raised, and it also Hawks, because Hawks is still flying, even if it's even if it's a little. So yeah. While Izuku's running, so yeah. So Izuku would follow Hawks back to her agency. I'll say she does have an agency, and she's is not the. I'll say she's the 10th ranking hero. So yeah. So no, still say she's the 3rd ranking hero because she is 27, and yeah. And yeah, so yeah, Izuku would have, well, taken off his kind of, well, the whole take off his armor, it kind of not fading, but the whole white thing coming around it fading away, and well, everyone being curious. With I'll just say someone asking what his quirk is, him stating that he's not, or him. I'll just say who was it? I don't know who I should who I should tell him. Him just saying it's called warlock. But I'm also it's called warlock and giving an whole explanation. I'm just saying that's a powerful quirk and does ask him if he's a hero. Him prominently saying no, and he's actually going to UA soon. Them just saying, alright, just don't use a quirk. Him understanding what a quirk is because he got the whole explanation from Hawks, and then a little more of an explanation from Nezu. So yeah. Him just saying, yeah, yeah. Now, with the whole quirk thing, he would have several opinions. Oh, wow, yeah, now, well, obviously how, if you don't know, in the MHA, if you use your quirk in a public area, you could get cited or get put in, not jail, but more like a citation, and having to pay somewhat like a kind of payment for using a quirk, if you aren't, but yeah, so, so yeah, and well, he would, and then he also asked Hawks if when they were talking on the roads, or when they were jumping through buildings, when Hawks was doing her whole watch or her whole patrol basically, he does ask her if there's anywhere anyone could train their quirks. Her prominently stating no. Him just stating that that's kind of stupid, and just saying that what if their quirk is very powerful, it just needs a lot of work. She, well, obviously understanding this, just saying I know, and I also have my own opinions with that. And there are several other people that are trying to speak out about that, and yeah, now. But Izuku will just, yeah, leave it off with Hawks with that conversation, because he realized that she has the same opinion as he does, or basically the same opinion, if not a little more. Or because she knows more about the whole quirks and how it's different, because she's actually learned the law from Japan, and Deku's like, yeah, he just knows, don't kill anyone or don't do anything bad or else you might get arrested. But he doesn't know like what a copyright is or anything like that. So yeah. Now, when Hawks does eventually come out, her more or less I'll just say wearing track pants, and I'll say this is winter. Why not? I know the UA, or I know how the whole UA doesn't start in winter, but I kind of want it to be like in winter, just like for fun and doodles. So yeah, and she would come out with a kind of jacket, and with a light jacket, and proceeding to walk with Izuku back to her place. Now she would be off duty, so she wouldn't per se be using her quirks. And Izuku just saying that it's a lovely day, or it's a lovely, by that time it's night, saying it's a lovely night with the snow. Her saying, yeah, but it's bloody cold. Him saying that, why'd you not put a, heavier jacket on? Her saying that she didn't know that or her just saying that she didn't know it was going to be this cold. Deku, well, being the gentleman, yes, he would more or less take out the whole. Now in this picture, if you see how he has that like kind of cloak or the whole thing underneath with that symbol on his like kind of clothing. And I do understand he has all that gear on it, but he would not have that gear on it. Him more or less bringing that out, putting on Hawks, and she on her, and she does ask what you're doing. Him saying it's very insulated and it does protect you from the cold. Her denying, saying you need it. Him saying, I would be caught. Kate, I didn't. My one of my friends named Cade, if he caught me even not being a gentleman to another female, he would shoot me. Him laughing and just get a sad face. Her asking who Kate is. Him saying that he was a hunter and well from the Vanguard. He was a leader of the hunters. Him explaining how the Vanguard works with well obviously Zavala and Cora or Ikora, not Cora, Ikora. And she does ask, oh, no, and proceeds to give him a slight hug, saying that it's gonna be fine, and he's not going to get or he's gonna be not. She does say that he is like he probably got pretty lucky going through that wormhole. So yeah, Izuku getting slightly cheered up from that, and just say yeah, I guess so. And they would talk about well Izuku asking more questions, with Hawks answering all his questions. She would not complain, but she would just get to the point of being annoyed, saying, "Alright, that's enough." And Deku understanding that, well, he doesn't want to annoy her too much, so yeah, he would just say, "Alright," and it was just we'll start up a conversation of what their worlds are like, and yeah, Deku getting a grasp of what a villain and heroes and the whole shebang of that from Hawks, and Hawks understanding what well Izuku does when he was in the Destiny 2 world. Because he is from the Destiny 2 world, or he's from the Destiny 2 timeline, not the Destiny timeline. So yeah. So yeah. Now Izuku would have gone and to Hawke's apartment, her opening up, and it's slightly being nice. Him asking what are all these fancy decorations. Her saying it's a Japanese decoration and different things like that. In him just asking, or more or less asking what are different things in the whole Japanese culture and different things. So like slang or like different things. Now she would explain some of the Japanese culture to him a little more than more. So yeah, because I did explain the bare minimum to him, like, oh, you do this and that and this, but yeah. Now Izuku would have looked around and seeing only one washroom, one bedroom, and a couch. And him asking saying that he'll just sleep on the couch. Her saying, you sure? You can sleep with me in my bed. Him, saying that it wouldn't be gentlemanlike. Her saying, aren't you a nice guy? Him stating that I do try. Also, somehow I do feel like one of my buddies, or him saying Cade again, I do feel like Cade would somehow find a way to get to me and hit or shoot me somehow. Her asking, and Izuku tells, or they would, the rest of the night, him and Hawks are more or less having, they're just, kind of like bonding together. And Hawks does get more stories from Izuku saying what he did and different stories. Izuku saying that he actually beat the Leviathan. Him explaining what the Leviathan is. Now, if you don't know what the Leviathan is, yeah, you don't know Destiny, then if you don't know, I suggest you click off the video then. If you don't know what the Leviathan is from Destiny 2, like, no offense, but like, it was the first raid. Or the first main, like, big, long raid that was put into Destiny when it first came out. So, yeah. I think it came out when Destiny came out. I don't know. It's been a while. I can't remember. So, yeah. And they would I'll just say, having instant ramen and that. Izuku just asking what this is. Her proceeding to say instant ramen. It's basically ramen type of food. Him just looking down at it, just saying, "Oh, cool," and him slurping another bite. And well, yeah. Now Izuku would have that night slept on the couch, and him waking up, obviously to a sore neck, and well, yeah, him just more or less just chilling on the couch, proceeding to look out. I'll just say that she has a balcony there. Sometimes she does. I'll just say there's a balcony, and him more or less just looking at the balcony outwards. With I'll just say 5 minutes later, I'll just say it's a sliding door. The sliding door just go open and just saying good morning, with a yawning Hawks, with one of her arms raising up and the other on her, with both of her hands being raised up and her yawning. Izuku looking over, just saying morning. Her saying what does he want for breakfast. Him just saying that whatever she makes will be fine, saying he has had worse before. Her saying, really? What do you mean? Him proceeding to say, have you ever had Destiny, or the military rations you could say from Destiny? Saying those were horrible. She does ask what's in them. Him saying they're basically stew, a crappy stew that you had to eat. She does say, alright, I feel very bad for you. Him saying, yes, and at least now I could have some actual very nice food. Saying the Japanese culture has a lot of different types of foods, and it's very nice. Her proceeding to say that there's actually countries, and there's even more food, and he's more or less, And yeah, now, that day, it was the weekend, because it was a Friday, I'll just say, and the next week is going to be that. So he's actually starting on next Monday, and this is a Saturday, so yeah. And that day, Hawks takes him out to get him a phone, and, well, the majority of the time, he's just watching people make food, and yeah. Also, if you're wondering if Destiny's a video game in that world, no. So yeah, now, Izuku would have, looked at and, kind of get into cooking, and him proceeding to make cooking, and when Hawks tries it that night, because she did, want to see if Deku could cook, because she was kind of like, can he cook? And Izuku proceeding to cook some very nice food, or at least try to, at least Japanese. And what he more or less made, I'll just say some sushi. It was not the best, obviously, saying that was literally his first time. But she did say it was actually a pretty good try for the first time. And Izuku's just saying thanks, and she does look down at, several other instant ramens at the garbage. Her thinking in her head saying, I could use him to make food for me. And, no, yeah. Now, the next day, Zuko, obviously slept on the couch, getting another sore neck about just rolling its neck around, and yeah. And then Izuku was just more or less watching stuff on his phone. Now, what type of phone does he have? I'll just say, what phones do Japanese have? I'll just say he has a iPhone 11 Plus. I believe that's a phone, or I believe that's one of the one of the different types that are a different edition of the 11. Uh, iPhone 11. So I'll just say it's the iPhone 11. Just screw it. I'll just say he has a standardized regular iPhone 11, and he would be watching something on YouTube about cooking. Or no, I'll just say he's watching the news on his phone. So he's trying to at least know what's going around in the world, and getting some information, so he's not completely blinded of, oh, what's going on in the world. So if someone asks him, oh, have you heard about this? I'm saying, no. And I'm saying, wait, it's one of the biggest things. And yeah, I'll in that, and I'll just, yeah. So basically, he just wants to be informed, basically. And another yawn coming from Hawks' room. Her yawning and coming out. Her proceeding to sit on a chair. And Izuku just asking her if she has work today. Her saying no, and just says that she doesn't have or she has her off days on weekends, and well, she works on the weekdays. Him, well, obviously knowing what a week is and weekends are, she says, "Oh, all right." And Izuku just, well, proceeds to put his hand on her shoulder, saying that would he like, or would she like him to make something. Her thinking has to think, my plan's working. And her saying, yeah. And he does more or less make a more or less breakfast Japanese food. I don't know what he would make. Screw it, he'll just make some bacon and eggs. Or some eggs with bacon and toast on the side. Her eating it and just saying that's very good, but isn't this like American food? Him saying, yeah, but, and her saying, not bad. Japanese is, or American food is, well, has its own benefits too, you know. Him saying, I know, it's very juicy and, well, very, well, has a lot of texture to it. But there are morons and, there are slightly morons on Americans. No offense if someone's American that it's watching. I'm just saying that, yes, some people aren't as smart as other people. That's life. And there are some more better people that are easier to watch. And him and her asking if, well, saying that if he has heard of, if he has ever heard of, let's say it's in this world, Gordon Ramsay. Him saying, yeah, he's actually a very good chef. Her saying, I know, right? Him just, well, him saying that actually was one of his recipes he found on YouTube. Her saying, wait, really? Looking down at the food and saying, oh my, and then saying in her head, saying, oh my god, I'm gonna have the best chef in the world. Yes. With a swell, a big, you could say, grin on her, or smile coming on her face. And yeah, no. Then she would look back at Zuko, and something she didn't realize or something she just realized, he's shirtless. But she all blushes and just says, put on a shirt. Him saying, you finally realized I didn't have a shirt on. Her saying, shut up, blushing and looking away. Him, well, flirting obviously, being a guy, and well, going closer saying, oh, what's wrong? Can you not handle me anymore just because I don't have a shirt on? Her looking over, looking, well, at his body again. With a nosebleed, obviously, because, well, just saying she has a nosebleed, kind of. And just asks, so what's with all the scars? Him explaining how guardians are revived, and saying that he had a past life. Him going over, thinking he actually talked with one of his, well, him and Kate are, and her cutting him off, saying, you two are good friends. Him saying, yeah, though I'm kind of feeling bad, seeing I'm kind of here and he's over there. I'm feeling bad about all that. Her saying, there maybe one day you might be able to find a way to get back. Izuku hearing that, just saying, maybe. He's not going back. Or honestly, at some point in the what if he's going to be able to contact, but not travel back, so he can more or less use comms and contact them through like a radio conversation. So yeah, using some of his own tech from his ship that's still in the forest. So yeah. Also, Nezu would have, well, Deku would have already told where his ship was, and by that day, the ship would have been moved back, because, well, Nezu had cars, Deku had nothing. So they could literally just ride through the whole forest and take the ship back. I'm seeing it's quite big, and, well, they turn back with the cars, basically being an hour drive back to the end, more or less just brings the plane or helicopter over, hooking it to the ship and flying it back. Now, Hawks would have, well, so where's your green little friend? Him saying, oh, my ghost, and well, tells the ghost to come out. His ghost is saying, hello. Her asking what his name is. Him saying, it's, what should I name the ghost? What's a good name? Lucas. Lucas is his name. Saying, hi, my name is Lucas, I'm a ghost. And him saying, oh, that's a nice name. Izuku saying, yes, it took me a while to name him. you were very stubborn on what you wanted to be called. Him saying, hey, I want the name that stood out. Izuku stating that, oh, yes, you did. It took me about 1 month to find your name. Hawks giving a little giggle, and yeah. And then she would realize again he's shirtless and blush again. And, well, the ghost realizing what's going on with, well, lovebirds and, well, goes closer to the hawks, saying that you're having a fever. You should, Izuku, you should get her to a couch in a sarcastic voice and lay her down. Izuku, looking at his ghost like a thankful motherfucker. Hawk just saying, I'm not sick. And before she can realize it, she's being bridal styled towards a couch. Or her couch. Her being sit down and her saying, I'm fine now. And him saying, are you sure? And you just hear in the background like a giggle or a laughing out loud ghost. And she does ask him saying, go change or go put a shirt on. Today we're going to go get you some actual clothes so you can change. Him probably saying, thanks. Or saying, yeah, sure. And Deku going off, and then hearing a big bang, 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 bang. Which would have been Hux trying to hit the ghost with a frying pan. With a coming from Lucas saying, don't hit me, don't hit me. I'm sorry. Her saying, come here, you little ungrateful little Oh yes, look, she's gonna. So she's getting she's getting along with Lucas. She's very getting along with Deku, more or less chuckling in the washroom, putting on a shirt. Him coming out to see Hawks hiding a frying pan behind her back, staying high. Him saying, I heard everything. Her, putting the frying pan to her side is saying he's very rude to a woman. Izuku saying, 1 second, I'll fix that. Proceeding to get over to the ghost, saying, thank you. And more or less doesn't do anything, he just says thank you and whispers to him. Hawk's not hearing this, and him saying, don't do it as much, but still do it. With the ghost saying, yeah, sure thing, bro. And yeah, him saying, I got him. Him with the ghost, or Lucas, just saying that sorry, and her saying, you better be. And does put the frying pan away. And now afterwards, Hawks and him would have gone out to the store, buying him more sets of clothes. And that day, actually, the UA uniform did come in, and when they got back, they just saw I'll just say some male guy coming through and putting something on Hawks' door. That being a box from UA. Or it's from UA. So, yeah, it was just mailed there. And with a letter in it. Or I'll just say Izuku had some sort of knife near him, and he opened it. And just said on it, hello, Zuku. Here's your UA uniform, and I hope I see you tomorrow. And under it would be a UA uniform. Hawks looking over, saying, wait, or saying that. So you're going to UA? Him saying, yeah. Her saying that's actually cool. Sorry, my voice cracked. Saying that's cool, and well, she does say that. I'll just say she does help out them once in a while, saying that she actually is sometimes an assistant teacher there whenever they do have not as many people. Her saying that she's going to be actually with the 1A class for about 2 months. Saying the assistant teacher from before kind of had to leave for a trip, saying that she's going to have a baby soon. And I'm thinking that's very nice, and does say that, and it's also nice of you to help her out. And who is this substitute, or who's this assistant teacher? I don't know. Just think of a random, she's not a hero. It's just one of those teachers that help out with more or less the whole actual the studies. It's not a hero. She's not going to be a prominent hero. I'm just saying that for fun. So yeah. And now he would look at the UA uniform, proceeding to then look around, saying, you know how we just bought clothes, right? Her saying yes. Him saying, where do I put them? Her looking around saying, you can use some of my drawer. I do have some spare drawers. I have a closet. him just saying, "Are you sure?" Her saying, just going like, "It's fine. I don't mind. Plus, it's nice to talk to Sun and not being alone in an apartment." Izuku, well, saying that, yeah, that's probably nice. Now that night, or not the rest of the day, Izuku's more or less, whenever he's just, well, moving stuff around so him and Hawks can have their own drawers, with Hawks slightly moving her stuff over sometimes, or because Deku doesn't want to intrude on her clothes and that, so yeah. And him more or less putting, or getting ready his UA uniform, and different like that, for the next day. Now, Hawk would obviously be in her hero costume, because, well, I don't see what's else. Eraser wasn't his hero costume, so, and all the other heroes were in their hero costume, so I don't really see a point in not having her wear her hero costume. And so, yeah. And Izuku would, well, be flown over by Hawks, and him more or less just, or her just flying over, with her holding her arms down with Hawks, or not Hawks, with Izuku holding his hands up and holding on to her. They're more or less on their way there, having a conversation about how their lives kind of changed, or how Izuku's life changed since he got to, well, this universe. And, well, yeah, they do talk about different things, and Deku does, well, tell him more things about his past, saying he actually defeated basically more war stories, you could say. And explaining more things, that he actually is a quite high ranking in Crucible. We're asking what Crucible is. Him, well, stating that it's kind of more or less a place where we all fight to the death, and whatever team wins, and whoever team wins gets a reward. But then her saying, "Wait, you kill other guardians?" Him saying, "Oh no, we can actually revive ourselves," and saying that she's saying, "So if you die, you can basically come back to life." Him saying, "Pretty much," and her says, "Oh, that's actually pretty cool." Him saying, "Yeah, but I doubt I'm probably gonna die anymore." Saying, "Though I am knowing I'm gonna get injured," and he also explains that, oh, he can also heal himself, and also the ghost can heal him. So yeah. And, well, yeah, now we would skip to the ghost. 1 kilometer away saying, "Wait for me, wait for me." Because, well, the ghost said, "I'm just going to fly with you guys." And Dagger saying, "Are you sure?" Him saying, "Yeah, it's fine." So, yeah. Now, he would have waited when they did get to UA. Izuku's more or less waiting at the gates. And, well, yeah. Waiting about 5 minutes, then the ghost saying, "Alright, I'm here." Him saying, "So you're gonna stay on me for whenever you do this?" Him just saying, "Yes." Him saying, "And you learned your lesson?" Him saying, "Yes." Him saying, "And what is that?" Him saying, "I can't fly as fast as your female, and then stopping, and looking at Izuku with dead eye, him saying, "Don't you fucking dare." Him saying, "Your girlfriend." Which Izuku and Hawks look at each other and just say, Hawks blushing and saying, and then not saying anything, and Izuku proceeding to kick his ghost away like a soccer ball flying, and you just see a little blue light that anyone could see just going, "Wee!" And another voice saying, with that flying thing, saying, "I regret nothing." Izuku just saying sign, her getting her composure back, saying it's fine. And I'm going in with Izuku going to the principal office, just saying hi to Nezu, and Nezu just asks him how well he's fitting in. Izuku's saying it's pretty good, and he is being treated well with him staying at Hawks. Him saying that if he needs an apartment, him just saying no, it's fine. I basically moved in there by now, if you think about it. So yeah. Him saying, "So you and Hawks are basically moved in now?" Him saying, "Maybe if I ever move out at some point, but at the moment, no. I'm probably gonna stay there for a little while." Nezu understanding says, "Alright," and Deku just waves him off. All man asking who that is, cause he wasn't there on the weekend, or on Friday in the week, or on Friday, so yeah. Nezu asking that he's from the universe. All man not believing, saying, "Are you sure about that? Or is he not just explaining things?" Him explaining what he can do, and saying that he's a guardian, and does explain that
and him more or less giving, he did show his proof all night, so yeah, him asking what kind. Him saying, he's explained that he's a very, that his society is very high tech, and he proceeds to show it with his tech. I'm asking, oh, alright, not, well, you not fully understand what kind of technology Izuku would have, but yeah. And Nezu in the background is more or less, like I explained before, a way to communicate and potentially getting him towards back to his place. But that is literally 0% on the way because he has no complete idea. There's a chance that he can make it, well, a communications device, but yeah. And well, Izuku does more or less go in, and I saw before Izuku comes in, does state that they're getting a new student and a assistant teacher. Him saying that she's a very, well, she's one of the most high-ranking females, and she's the most high-ranking female in the leaderboard of heroes. With everyone saying, wait, Hawks, the pro hero, the female pro hero Hawks, him saying, yes. Now treat her with respect and your new student, saying that he's a, him trying to think of a word, saying he's more like a foreigner, and well, yeah, them being maybe from a different country, and well, yeah, Izuku coming in, and they probably think of American and Canadian, with a Ida or him saying that, hello, my name's Izuku. I don't have a last name because I've forgotten it. And, well, Ida being well, a little disrespected because he's the whole, oh, you must treat me with respect and all that shebang. And him saying, why would you give us your last name? Izuku sighing, saying he doesn't remember it, and saying that he's actually from another place. Staying where he's from, it's not, well, as peaceful, and does explain that he's actually from another universe. Stating that when he was reborn as a guardian, that. Now, everyone in Guardian, him explaining what a Guardian is, and saying there's 3 classes. Him getting say they have a chalkboard, him more or less making the symbol of Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. Saying that these 3 symbols represent the 3 different classes, or 3 different types of Guardians. Hunter, which is more or less you are a hunter, and you have different abilities. Him explaining some of the abilities, him only know about the electric baton and golden gun, from him teaming up obviously from Cade, and an electric bow staff from another person he kind of teamed up with from a raid. Him saying Warlock and getting more explanation, and he wouldn't only know about the whole fire ability from Titan, so the whole throwing hammers. And also explain that there's a sub ability name, it's called like Hammer, he can summon Hammer and use that. So, yeah. They would be shocked, and Ulbach was saying, so, what do you do over this when you're a guardian? Izuku saying, basically, we kill people that are trying to attack us. We protect civilians, and we, well, make sure we are together. Saying that we also have, well, explain what the tower is, and, well, yeah. Them being impressed and shocked, and Ida does ask, so what about your last name? And I'm saying that, when you saying that, technically, I did die when I was before saying, I was technically reborn from my ghost. Asking Lucas to come out. Him coming out saying, hello everyone, my name is Lucas. Him saying, I already told you what their name is. Or what your name is, because I just told him come out Lucas. Him saying, whatever, shut up. And him saying, oh, you mother... I swear to God, I will not also oil your joints for the next passing month. Him saying sorry. And, well, people would comment them on being like brothers. Izuku laughing, saying maybe. Who knows? And, yeah. Him saying, well, we had been together for quite some time, saying about 200 years. Now, I don't know how, or, no, I'll say about 20 years they've been together, and, yeah. So, yeah, Izuku, well, oh no, because, I don't know, maybe 5 years would make more sense. So, I'll just say 5 years. So, yeah, and Izuku would more or less just explain what or explain some of the other stuff from Destiny, and yeah. Now, They would be shocked, and Izuku just asks Aizawa where can he sit. Aizawa pointing out a seat beside Bakugo and Todoroki, kind of like diagonal from each other. Because Todoroki's in the corner, I think, and Bakugo's in up front. I'll just say it's beside Kirishima and Denki. Yeah, with him more or less sitting beside them both. Kirishima saying you're so manly, and does ask him, so wait, you kill or something? Or saying you did say you did kill, and everyone getting a slight, well, or a like cold in the room, wondering. And Izuku saying yes, but I only had to kill them because, well, they weren't. It's a killed or be killed, kind of like a killed or be killed, and it's survival for the fittest, basically. And everyone would understand, and yeah, including Aizawa, because he was told this way before this. So yeah, now that day Aizawa would also and just state that, alright, Hawks, you can come in, because well, she's already more or less been said, oh, here's Hawks, and yeah, or they've all realized that Hawks is this helping teacher. So yeah, her saying hi, my pro here name is Hawks, giving her name and first name and last name. I don't know what her first name and last name is, nor do I know what the female version of that is. So yeah, but just saying that you can just call me Hawks of my pro hero name. So yeah. Now that day would have gone by with Aizawa asking Izuku to more or less show what it can do. Okay, now I should explain something with his ultimate. It's more or less a rechargeable thing, so I do understand the game kind of like you kill people and it recharges faster. Yeah. It takes 5 minutes to recharge every time. So yeah, Izuku would gone over and just state that my armor looks like this. Him more or less putting it on with his armor. And yeah, then explaining that he does have 3 types of weapons. Him bringing out the last word, saying this is the last word, my SMG, and the Whisper of the Worm. And and Kirishima would ask why it looked like that. Him stating that, giving me kind of like explanation. I explained it before that it might have been a taken, or a whole different like a taken weapon. So yeah. And them wondering what taken is, and Izuku explaining what a taken is, and explaining what a fallen hive and all that kind of stuff is. So yeah, and a cabal is. So yeah, and they're like, wait, you have aliens? Him saying, well, technically we've explained what the fault was. So they're like, wait, so there used to be a golden age and then the collapse happened. Him saying yes, then proceeding to ask everyone to watch out, saying he's going to show them something very cool, stating it's even better than Bakugo's explosions. Bakugo saying that's so, and before he can finish that sentence goes Nova Bomb, kaboom, making a slight crater. Bakugo's like and anything that was in there, it's more or less disintegrated. Baku's saying, is that the biggest thing you can do? Izuku's stating that this is the default version. There's another version that does less damage, but has more of a spread type of damage, which is more or less the one that can more or less kind of go down, hit the ground obviously and go kaboom, but not do as much damage, but then more or less make little kind of bouncy grenades kind of things, and those go kaboom. But then there's another one that doesn't do anything like that. It's just big, strong. It's strong but slow. So yeah. So Bakugo hearing it can be bigger and ask him to do it again, but the bigger one. Izuku saying no, and I have a cooldown time for this, about 5 minutes, give or take. And Bakugo saying so it's a very non-reliable thing. Izuku saying, oh no, I have other abilities, saying that I have something called Blink, and explaining what that is and actually doing it. And he's in his armor majority of this time, just without his helmet on. So, yeah. And throws also his grenade, it being a slightly miniature version of his Nova Bomb, and explain that it's kind of like a miniature version of his Nova Bomb, like I just said.
but he just said that to everyone else. So yeah, now everyone would have been shocked and well, you know, wow, that's so cool. Now that day would have obviously ended with Ezekiel at the end of it getting several more questions. But one thing that everyone realizes, him and Hawks talk a lot together. They had lunch together. They had I don't know if there's any more meals that you have in Japan. You had lunch. They had lunch together, and they more or less talked whenever they had free time or a free period that day. Whenever Aizawa was sleeping and Izuku finished his work, because I think that Guardians would probably be pretty smart. So yeah, if not, Deku could literally just ask, "Hey, Ghost, what's the answer?" and get a cheat. Technically, that would be his quirk, but Aizawa made it very well prominent that don't use your ghost for cheating on tests. Izuku, well, not listening, tried it. Now, and, well, Aizawa didn't find out. So he's like, I could use this to my advantage. So, yeah. Now, at the end of the day, Hawks would have started to fly up, obviously, and, well, put her arms down while Izuku puts his arms up. Or, well, more or less Hawks does for a running start, going off into the air. Her more or less lowering her hands, and Izuku raising his hands up. And it's more or less, he grabs Izuku and, well, they fly off to Hawks' place. Hawks just staying out after 1 hour, just says she has to go out on a patrol. Izuku offering to come with her, but she's saying no, you can't, saying about the whole licenses, and Izuku understanding, just saying, alright, just be careful. Her saying, alright, and, well, yeah. Now, I do believe that's a good spot to leave it off. And I do hope you all liked what guns I chose and what kind of armor I'm giving him. So yeah, and what class I'm giving him. He knows that I use the other classes and I might use those, but I'm not completely sure. So yeah. And yeah, so yeah. What should I do now? Okay, that's the end of this what if, so have a good life. I say this every single time I end an episode, but I just